Before I turn it over to the Chief Probation Officer, I'd like to remind the honorees with a little bit of housekeeping. So you will be called up, you'll be presented with your coin, and don't go back and sit down because there's going to be a group picture afterwards. So you'll get called up, your partner gets called up, so both of you stay up here for a group picture, and then we'll pass it along to the next director. And with that, I'd like to introduce the Chief Probation Officer, Bill Dickinson.
Thank you, Frank, and I just echo what Frank said. Thank you all for coming out today, especially the families of those being honored, and all of my staff to come out and support their fellow staff who are getting honored today through their promotion. Leadership is very important for any organization. It's especially important for an organization of our size. Many of you who aren't familiar with our department may not realize, how big of a place we are. We have 10 operational divisions that go everywhere from adults that take care of everything from adults coming out of prison, adults on felony probation, adults going through the court process, juveniles going through the court process, juveniles on probation, and we have 3 youth facilities as well as admin services and a fiscal division as well. So it's a big department, it requires a lot of leadership, and so I want to commend everybody who's taken this next step in their career before we honor them individually. So thank you very much. So I'll begin by briefly discussing, what I consider to be 4 important roles of a leader. And these would be the roles of communicator, mentor, decision maker, and collaborator. However, prior to beginning a discussion on those roles, it's important to acknowledge what I would consider to be the most foundational component required in leadership and public service, which is integrity. Without integrity, any skill, technique, or style employed loses validity and jeopardizes the reputation of the entity represented by the leader. That said, I believe to be a good leader is to be a good communicator. This would include the ability to communicate in a variety of forms, including written, verbal, through presence, and by listening in both public and private settings. The ability to take information and share it with the intended audience in a way that makes sense matters, and it's very critical. Maintaining open communication lines as a leader allows for time to listen to the perspectives and concerns of others, because communication has to be collaborative to be successful. In our line of work, we collaborate internally and we collaborate with a multitude of entities throughout this county, and we couldn't fulfill our mission and they couldn't fulfill ours if we weren't communicating well. Good leaders must also take on the role of mentor within their organization. In the workplace, 2 basic purposes of mentoring are doing it to help someone succeed at their job and doing it to help someone prepare for your job or some other elevated responsibility. One important goal of both, but especially to the latter, is to set up an organization for ongoing stability and success. Some call this succession planning. A simple way to look at this is to say that, when a person leaves, their institutional knowledge based on their experience should be missed, but the organization should be able to successfully move forward with its mission because others were mentored and are now capable of assuming responsibility. As such, taking a mentor-leader approach with those in your sphere of influence in order to prepare them for greater responsibilities and future success is key. Good leaders are also good decision makers. In his book by the same title, Edward Friedman discusses some leadership voids as being based on, quote, a failure of nerve, meaning the inability or unwillingness to make a decision lies more so with the person needing to make the decision than it does with a lack of necessary information or data required for the decision to be made. Not all decisions will be clear and easy. In each circumstance, use wisdom. A definition that I once heard for wisdom is to do the right thing for the right reasons at the right time based on the knowledge you possess. And based on that definition, the goal would be to gain as much knowledge as possible in the amount of time you have, and with discernment, actually move forward. And lastly, good leaders should also be good collaborators. Fundamental to good collaboration is having a firm foundational understanding of your own mission, goals, and objectives while being open to learning of others' mission, goals, and objectives for the purpose of coming together for common good or completion of a task. Our department collaborates internally between units and divisions and with countless entities throughout the county and the state. I trust those in leadership positions to represent this department professionally and in a manner that represents our rules and values. In other words, a definition I use for that is I say people in leadership positions and people who represent our department in with other entities are ambassadors. Many of you know the United States has ambassadors in many other countries that represent the interests of the United States. Taking that principle, similarly, our department, those in leadership positions, those that represent us, are ambassadors for our department and the goals and the roles and values that we embody. So for those of you that are getting recognized today, in your work, you've proven to be trustworthy and to have the potential to take on new roles. I remember when I was promoted to supervisor and hearing Chief John Roberts talk about potential being, quote, unused talent. Or to put it another way, potential is the gap between where you are now and what you can accomplish. And I'm confident each of you will put forth the effort required to reach your full potential and to be successful. If you ever wonder about how well you are doing, the question to ask yourselves is not, am I being a good leader? It is, how well am I serving others? It is through our service to the public and those we work with that will tell the tale of our leadership. And with that said, I want to congratulate each of the people who have recently been promoted. And I want you to always remember, a position or a title may give you authority, but how you conduct yourself will determine your value as a leader. Thank you very much. So with that, we'll move on to the presentation of the coins. And I get to start by recognizing a couple of people that were promoted within and to our management team. So I would like to invite up Mark Herrera and the newest member of my management team, Devin Maudlin. Right over there is good, yeah. Assistant Division Director to Probation Division Director, Mark Herrera. Mark has 23 years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. He was promoted to Probation Division Director on July 26, 2025, and is assigned to the Youth Services Bureau, Camp Irwin-Owen. Please join us in congratulating Probation Division Director Mark Herrera on his promotion. And Probation Supervisor to Assistant Division Director, Devin Maudlin. Devin has 20 years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. She was promoted to Assistant Division Director on August 9th, 2025, and is assigned to the Youth Services Bureau Youth Detention Center. Please join us in congratulating Assistant Division Director Devin Maudlin on her promotion. Oh, we talked about no heels step.
Sorry. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Where do I go? In the middle?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2.
And now Mark Herrera gets to stay up here and go next.
I'd like to call Assistant Director from Camp Owen, Teresa Dickey, to assist me with this promotions. Can Joshua Bartlett and Osvaldo Millan please come on down? There you go. Youth Service Officer to Senior Youth Services Officer Joshua Bartlett. Joshua has 4 years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. He was promoted to Senior Youth Services Officer on August 23rd, 2025, and is assigned to Camp Irwin Owen. Please join us in congratulating Senior Youth Services Officer Joshua Bartlett on his promotion. You go on one side.
Huh?
You go on one side.
Alright. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Good. Good.
Youth Services Officer to Senior Youth Services Officer Osvaldo Millan. Osvaldo has 2.5 years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. He was promoted to Senior Youth Services Officer on August 23rd, 2025, and is assigned to Camp Irwin Owen. Please join us in congratulating Senior Youth Services Officer Osvaldo Millan on his promotion.
Do this one.
You gotta get in the picture.
Take a step this way. There we go. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2. And then the group photo. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. And one last time. 3, 2. There we go.
Now I'd like to invite up Jeremy Roberts from the Youth Detention Center to present coins to his division.
I'm back. I thought that was a very classy move, my Mark, so I'm going to copy it. I'd like to introduce the Assistant Directors for the Youth Detention Center, Devin Modlin and Jessica Freeberg. If you please come up. Thank you. And don't worry, I'm not going to make you talk. I represent the Youth Services Division Youth Detention Center and would like to invite up Monica Ramirez Hernandez and Doris Garcia. Youth Services Officer to Senior Youth Services Officer, Monica Ramirez Hernandez. Monica has 4 years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. She was promoted to Senior Youth Services Officer on August 23rd, 2025, and is assigned to the Youth Detention Center. Please join us in congratulating Senior Youth Services Officer Monica Ramirez Hernandez on her promotion.
Do this one more. Try to get more center with that one. Right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. And one last time. 3, 2, 1.
Again, Youth Services Officer to Senior Youth Services Officer Doris Garcia. Doris has 3 years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. She was promoted to Senior Youth Services Officer on August 23rd, 2025, and is assigned to the Youth Detention Center. Please join us in congratulating Senior Youth Services Officer Doris Garcia on her promotion. And now I'd like to invite up Eric Meyer, Probation Division Director from the Kern Crossroads facility, to present for his division.
Brian lucked out. I don't think he was able to make it. But that's a costly thing to have the ADDs come up because they do play such an integral role in what we do. So I represent the Youth Services Division Kern Crossroads facility and would like to invite up Andrea Saldana and Celeste Escada. From Deputy Probation Officer to Senior Deputy Probation Officer, Andrea Saldana has 19 and a half years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. She was promoted to Senior Deputy Probation Officer on June 14, 2025, and is assigned to the Kern Crossroads facility. Please join us in congratulating Senior Deputy Probation Officer Andrea Saldana on her promotion.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and one more time. 3, 2, 1.
From Youth Services Officer to Senior Youth Services Officer Celeste Escada. Celeste has 3.5 years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. She was promoted to Senior Youth Services Officer on August 23rd, 2025, and is assigned to the is assigned to our RAP services at Kern Crossroads facility. Please join us in congratulating Senior Youth Services Officer Celeste Escada on her promotion.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, and then the group one. Come on. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. And everyone just take a skip. No, there we go. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I'd like to invite Joel Walton from the Youth Services Supervision Division.
Thanks, Eric. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to be classy and invite my assistant. I don't have an assistant. I was going to invite Ryan Pitts, my consigliere, but he was adamant he did not want to. I represent the Youth Supervision Division and would like to invite up Joseph Vallejo. Joseph has 11 years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. He was promoted to Senior Deputy Probation Officer on June 14th, 2025, and is assigned to the Youth Metro Supervision Unit. Please join us in congratulating Senior Deputy Probation Officer Joseph Vallejo on his promotion.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1.
I'd like to invite Director Michael Mata from the Youth Courts and Programs Division to present his promotion.
I was expecting a "Let's Go Dodgers" chant when I walked up here. I'll try to move on without it. My name is Michael Mata. I represent the Youth Court and Programs Division, and I would like to invite up Rebecca Barron and Gregory Biddle. Senior Deputy Probation Officer to Probation Supervisor Rebecca Barron. Rebecca has 20 years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. She was promoted to Probation Supervisor on August 23rd, 2025, and is assigned to Investigations 1. Please join us in congratulating Probation Supervisor Rebecca Barron on her promotion.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1.
Senior Deputy Probation Officer to Probation Supervisor Gregory Biddle. Greg has 24 and a half years of service with the Kern County Probation Department. He was promoted to Probation Supervisor on August 23rd, 2025, and is assigned to Court and Community Schools. Please join us in congratulating Probation Supervisor Greg Biddle on his promotion.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Is it a group photo? Ready? 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2. Good.
I'd like to invite back up Frank Herrera for closing remarks.
I think Let's Go Dodgers or Oakland Raiders would be appropriate. So before this truly gets out of hand, once again, big round of applause to all of our honorees today. And special thank you to our families and round of applause to all the families that came out today. Thank you so much. And this will conclude our promotion ceremony. There should be some light refreshments outside, and also please feel free to take as many pictures as you can with your loved ones. Please memorialize this event. Please remember it. Please cherish it. These are some of the best things about our department when the next generation moves forward into leadership roles. And whether you want to take pictures in here or out in the rotunda, please feel free to do that at this time. And with that, thank you all for coming out.